Florida Southern is adding a doctorate program. Lakeland's holiday festivities begin, and Dion gives us the inside scoop on the American Music Awards. All this and more on FSC Today. Welcome to FSC Today's last episode of the year. I'm Olivia DeArmond. The FSC community recently lost one of its most beloved students, Jenny Hodes. In honor and celebration of her life on campus, a candlelight vigil was held this past weekend. Kelly Lamano has more.
The FSC community recently lost one of its most beloved students, Jenny Hodes. In honor and celebration of her life on campus, a candlelight vigil was held this past weekend.
Students Amber Boyles and Christina Scott organized the candlelight vigil for Jenny last night. The vigil featured speeches from members of the Hodes family, as well as poems and song lyrics that were meaningful to Jenny.
I had met with Christina Scott, I found her up there, who was my ex-roommate, and we both were talking and we knew how much Jenny had put in our hearts, so we really wanted to make sure the campus drawed as a community to do something for her.
Students gathered on Mr. George's Green with candles to remember the light that Jenny brought to the lives of so many students.
There was a lot more people than we expected to be there. There was a lot of her family members, some staff members, and a lot of students. It was an absolutely amazing event. Even with the windy weather and not being able to get the candles to stay lit, we still managed to pull everything off, and it was a beautiful ceremony for her.
Pink wristbands were given out in honor of Jenny's favorite color, displaying the words, "Forever in our hearts."
Pink was her favorite color. And so they wanted people to wear pink to the vigil, but also they wanted to have something that they could take with them to remember her forever. And so it says "Forever in our hearts," Jenny Hodes on it.
Boyle says that Jenny will be remembered for the light she brought to this campus, as well as everyone around her.
She was a light in many, many hearts, and she was a beautiful young lady that just put something on this earth that nobody else could have.
T-shirts will be sold to raise money for the Jenny Hodes Miracle Fund. To find out more information, contact Amy Scroggin. I'm Kelly Lamano with FSC Today.
To see the shirts and place an order, visit the T-Shirts for Jenny Hodes Facebook page. Join FSC faculty and staff for the Graduate and Adult Program Open House. The information session will be held in the Christopherson Humanities Building at 6 p.m. on December 3rd. Admissions counselors will be available to answer questions about academic programs, admissions requirements, financial aid, and more. Florida Southern is also taking a big step in the world of education. Accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, FSC will be adding a Doctorate of Education to its full-time graduate program. Ranked as the #1 regional college in the state of Florida, the doctorate program guarantees a rigorous academic program for those interested. For questions about applications, email evening@flsouthern.edu. Now let's check in with Victoria Guerin for an update on our mock athletic teams.
Hello Mock fans, and welcome to another edition of Southern Sports. I'm Victoria Guerin. Let's get you caught up on the past week in Florida Southern athletics. Our men's basketball team had 2 games over the weekend. They came out of both games with a victory, moving their record to 5-0. Junior Kevin Capers led the Mocs with 15 points against Benedict and was one of 5 Mocs to put up double digits on Saturday against Armstrong Atlantic. Women's basketball moved to 2-2 on the season with a 68-63 victory at home on Sunday. Sophomore Allie Sanders put up a career-high 24 points. The Lady Mocs head on the road for 3 games before returning to Jenkins Fieldhouse on December 14th. Both men's and women's swimming brought home a win against Rollins on Friday. The men's team, winning all but one of the 11 races, outscored Rollins 154-50. The women's team came out with a victory of 147-58, with 6 different swimmers winning their individual events. Our volleyball team came home with a 3-1 victory over Barry on Friday and Florida Tech on Saturday. Sophomore Kendall Moratti came 1 kill shy of a triple-double during the Mocs' victory over Barry. The Lady Mocs moved to 21-13 overall and 10-6 in the Sunshine State Conference. Men's cross country competed at the NCAA Division II National Championships in Spokane, Washington on Saturday. Two four-year veterans, Chris Yanichko and David Tomczynski, led their team with season-best 10K times. Yanichko finished in 97th and Tomczynski in 107th of 247 runners. The Mocs took a 27th place finish overall. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at FSC Sports and have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. We'll see you after the holidays as we pick up coverage on your moccasin spring sports. For Southern Sports, I'm Victoria Guerin.
Residents are invited to take part in Lakeland's annual holiday walkabout hosted by Downtown Lakeland. Horse-drawn carriage rides and an appearance by Santa are just a few of the holiday activities offered. The fun begins December 3rd at 6 p.m. Other holiday festivities will continue December 5th when the Junior League of Greater Lakeland presents their 33rd annual Christmas parade. More than 100 organizations will participate in the event, which begins at 7 p.m. The parade will kick off with fireworks over Lake Mirror before starting a course through downtown Lakeland. In honor of the holiday spirit, the Lakeland Ledger is beginning their traditional Newspaper with a Heart program. The newspaper prints stories of people in need. Readers often respond to individual stories and donate whatever they can. Over the past few years, readers have donated millions of dollars. Last year alone, the program received $344,000. The Ledger says none of the money goes toward administrative cost, only those in need of some help. Coming up after the break, gas prices dropping just in time for Thanksgiving. Stay tuned. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. If you're planning on driving home for Thanksgiving this break, you're in luck. Gas prices are 21 cents lower than last year. Officials say the only downfall could be more traffic on the roads. Lakeland Regional Medical Center has something to be grateful for. The Ledger says LRMC ended their year with $38 million. The hospital also managed to do this without increasing any charges. The hospital treats over 4,000 patients a year and is looking to expand with a new inpatient rehabilitation center next year. Coming up after the break, Dion fills us in on last night's AMAs. We'll be right back.
Hello FSC and welcome to Entertainment Rewind's final installment of the semester. I'm bringing you up to date on what's happened this weekend in the world of Hollywood. Box office records were broken this weekend by the new Hunger Games film, Catching Fire. Many made their way out to the theaters at midnight to see the film and together made for an opening weekend pulling in $161 million. This is the highest November film debut since the Twilight Saga, New Moon, was released in 2009. Catching Fire also finds itself among the 4 highest grossing openings of all time, only beat by The Avengers, Iron Man 3, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Many may wonder if the film can keep up the momentum, and the odds look to be in their favor. In music news, the American Music Awards were on ABC Sunday night. During the show, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis won the award for Best Rap Hip-Hop Album, and what came in Macklemore's speech, streamed live from Miami, Florida, surprised many of the viewers. After thanking the fans and voters for an amazing year, he quickly transitioned to a more serious topic. He quoted Martin Luther King saying, "An injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Then he proceeded to address the issue of racial profiling and made a shout out to Trayvon Martin, a name that's extremely familiar to those here in the Florida area.
I was talking to my friend Owar before the show, and he reminded me of a great Martin Luther King quote. He said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." And due to the fact that we are in Florida tonight accepting this award, I want to acknowledge Trayvon Martin and the hundreds and hundreds of kids each year that are dying due to racial profiling.
Ryan Lewis jumped in quickly with what seemed to be a possible attempt to shadow his collaborators' remarks. He gave a thank you speech of his own to wrap up their stream. Macklemore is no stranger to controversy. He's made it clear that he stands strongly in his views with both his speeches and his music. Did you enjoy Macklemore's shout out to Trayvon? Let me know what you thought by following and tweeting me at FSC Rewind. That's all the entertainment news for this week. Tune in next semester for more Entertainment Rewind. I'm Dion Spires.
Thanks for joining us on FSC Today. Be sure to tune in next semester for even more updates on FSC and the community. Have a great holiday season.